Hey, Dan Passarelli here. How are you feeling today, huh? Right now is a special time to talk about my newest trading system. I'm glad you're here with me. Let's make sure that you can hear me. If you can hear me, please go to the questions box and type in what your goal or goals are for the rest of this year as a trader. Go to the questions box, type in what your goal or goals are for the rest of this year as a trader, please. What are your goal or goals? Edward says to be more consistent. I love that, Edward. That is really, really great. To be more consistent. Awesomeness. Chan says to finally hit $1 million. Holy cow, man. I love that. That's a great goal. Keep at it. If you don't set those goals for yourself, you can't hit them. Am I speaking the truth here? Who else? Culdip to make $100,000. That's awesome. William to learn to trade and manage option trades. That is super great as well. Anthony to retire early. Okay, that's great, man. Make enough to retire this year. Good. You must be getting close, and that's great, man. Well, today we're going to talk about a better hedge than gold and how to use ZeroDTE options to eliminate your biggest risk. Now, before we get started, I need to point out options are not for everyone. You should read characteristics and risks of standardized options before trading. Get a copy of that by emailing investor services at theocc.com. So let me introduce myself. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Dan Passarelli, and this is who I am as an individual, which is the most important stuff to, I guess, not to any individual, right? But to me, family person, runner, music person, like food and wine and traveling. Me and my family have been all over the world together. And this is as for my professional life. I basically got into the options industry right out of college and just never left. Couldn't get rid of me. I've wrote since a couple of books on options and collaborated with all these organizations and a whole bunch more. Every time I look at this, I know there's ones I'm forgetting. NYSE, NASDAQ. Yeah, so I work with all the major exchanges, all the major brokerage firms. My first book, Trading Option Greeks, is this one, and I have 4.6 out of 5, 425 global ratings. So that is one of the more popular options books out there. And I've been around a long time. I've met a lot of people in the options trading world. I've done a lot of webinars and in-person classes with, some of these guys and these guys. I get the opportunity to share what I'm thinking on TV with the likes of Tom Chu, and even back when he was in Bloomberg. Now he's on CNBC. Abigail Doolittle and all the folks you see on Business News. I'm really blessed to by having made a lot of good friends in the options trading world. And one of the really great things about that is, when you need help with something, you always know who to go to. And here's one guy that I'm always going to, John Komisik, who many of you know as our head coach, ex-Goldman Sachs guy who's with First Options of Chicago. We both spent a lot of time on the CBOE trading floor. So we're here today to talk about 0 days to expiration options trade, ZeroDTE. What are they? Well, look, they've been around for a long time. These are the trades, these are option trades that you put on today and they expire by the end of the day. See that, 0 days to expiration. They've actually been around since 1973 when options first started trading, believe it or not. But then they were only once a month. On expiration day, traders could open a new position that expired that same day. Then as time passed, they started listing options weeklies on some names. And soon after that, in some of the indexes and ETFs, we got options expiring every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then, well, they just couldn't darn help themselves and just listed some of these on indexes and ETFs that expire every day. Now, they actually get initially listed with a couple of weeks until expiration, but because they're listed every day, then as time passes, another of these daily listed options end up expiring. So that's kind of how all that works. So why are ZeroDTE options a better hedge than gold? Well, they call gold the universal hedge because historically, in times of uncertainty, people buy this politically nationally neutral store of value. When fear goes up, people buy gold. So is it a good hedge against the market? It should be, right? Well, actually not really. So I took this screenshot a few days ago for those of you who are watching this live. And, here's a period where the market started going down, and at that same time, gold was going up. In fact, gold actually preceded that move, strangely. And then when the market started going up, gold went down. So yeah, it kind of worked there, right? Except, well, here, they both went up at the same time, which, sure, if you're long gold as a hedge, that's good. You're making money on the hedge and the underlying, but if it works that way, sometimes it's going to work the wrong way sometimes too. And well, here's one of those times. Gold just ended up taking a huge dip on these 2 days when the market really barely did anything. And it kind of stayed pretty still here when the market was going up, chased it, and here it actually went down with the market. It's not really an excellent hedge, is it? It's an unpredictable hedge, which to me makes for not a good hedge. I wouldn't want my car insurance company to say, well, sometimes when you crash your car, we pay out, but, not really always. Not a good hedge. So what is a better hedge? How about puts? Well, maybe better than gold, but they're not really great either. Puts are a decaying asset. The theta is high for the insurance you get. And even just not even thinking about the Greeks and getting all fancy, just looking at the overall premium, buying this 57-day put on spiders would give you less than 2 months of protection on this day, which is actually pretty typical lately, about 2% of the underlying. So it costs you 2% to protect this asset for 2 months. Well, guess what? There's 6 2-month periods in a year. If you pay 2% 6 times a year, that's paying 12% a year to insure an asset that on average appreciates 8 to 10% a year. That's a terrible hedge. You're pretty much guaranteeing you'll lose money in the long run. Okay, how about a good old-fashioned stop loss? Well, that ought to work, right? Well, like many things in trading, as they say, it works until it doesn't work. When the market goes against you in a big enough way to really matter, that move typically happens as an overnight move. Those big gaps that happen every once in a while because news comes out when the market's closed and there's nothing you can do about it. The stop doesn't work. The stop can't activate when the market's closed. It activates down here at the bottom. Then if it reverses itself, you get whipsawed. It's terrible. So like those overnight gaps are by far the single biggest thing that traders need to hedge themselves against. So ZeroDTE trades solve that problem and a whole lot more problems. First of all, there's no overnight risk because you put them on at the beginning of the day and they expire by the end of the day. It's impossible to hold them overnight. By definition, they're less time consuming than other trades. I mean, you're not going to be thinking about them at night. They're fairly simple and straightforward, especially if you have a resource to get the trade ideas. They're ultra high theta, which is great for option sellers. You can get high leverage with lower capital, which is basically another way of saying ultra high gamma, which while ultra high theta is good for option sellers, ultra high gamma is good for option buyers because you can buy these little cheapy options that expire in a few hours. And if it goes your way, you can massively get magnitudes of what you paid for it. And there's many different option strategies that are possible. Whatever option strategy you trade, you can trade the same thing with ZeroDTE options. They are the most liquid options to trade, which is the most important thing. Now, why are they the most liquid options to trade? Well, first of all, because the ones that are listed every day, and once time passes, they expire every day. Well, those are only listed on like SPX, SPY, QQQ, GLD, TLT, some of these very, very liquid indexes and ETFs. They're liquid already. Second of all, and SPY, SPX, those are S&P 500, QQQ's NASDAQ, obviously. And second of all, as far as liquidity goes, there's just so many more people trading them that everybody's trying to get in or out or both on that day. That forces the markets to be tighter, and it makes it a lower cost trade for you in terms of the bid-ask spread. Some underlyings are cash settled European exercise, which is a great advantage. You're not going to get that surprise early exercise like, whoops, I guess I'm long 10 shares. Why am I getting or 10,000 shares? Why am I getting a margin call? No, they're European. You're never getting a margin call. You're never taking possession of the underlying position. And you can see your profits fast. There's no waiting for results. And you know what? They're the perfect side hustle. Maybe you have a job where you're off 2 days a week, and those are the 2 days a week you trade. But the other 3 days of, 3 work days, you're really busy in the office and you can't check your positions. Well, this solves that problem. You're trading just that day and not the next day. And then small moves make money even in slow markets. And, like I said, more advanced traders here, they know these one-day options have the highest gamma. So even those small moves can lead to a profit on a direction trade. So quick story. A good friend of mine showed me this one trade in NDX. It was basically a ZeroDTE trade, and I traded a lot of it. And it ended up working out like actually really, really well, to tell you the truth, for a long time. Not every time, but it worked well most of the time. And so there's that. A little bit later, like a couple months later, another good friend of mine told me that 45% of the daily volume in SPX is ZeroDTE trades. And I thought, well, that can't be right. Like there's, you look at all the different expirations in SPX. Well, there's the ones that expire today, the ones that expire tomorrow, ones that expire the next day, ones that expire next month. There's some that expire 3 years from now. How can 45% of the trading all be options that expire today? Makes no sense at all. What am I missing? So I studied it. That's just how I roll. When I don't understand something like this, I study it and I talked again to my inner circle. And it turns out that, yeah, that's true. It's actually higher now, to tell you the truth. These are very, very popular trades, and for good reason. So I got to work. My friend at the CBOE, I talked to him and I said, you know what? I want to start trading these, but I want to build it. I want to build a scanner so that I can save time. Because look, I'm a busy guy, just like you're a busy person, right? Everybody's busy these days. And so, sure, I could take on this whole brand new trading system in addition to everything else I do, or I can just program it and have the trades just show up on my screen, and then I can cherry pick the best ones. So this is what I call Zero Day Hero. It's our proprietary scanner for ZeroDTE trades. Every time a big institutional trade happens somewhere in the world, it gets sent to the CBOE to register, and then it gets automatically relayed to this Zero Day Hero scanner window. We are seeing the ZeroDTE trades of the best traders in the world live real time. This gives me an incredible advantage. And I showed this to a couple of people right off the bat. I showed it to Jacob here from New York City. He said, I jumped into ZeroDTE trading because of the chatter about it, but Zero Day Hero gave me a more disciplined system that demystified how to successfully trade 0-day expiries. Now let's talk about why you would use a scanner like this. Well, one thing that I know about you is you're here because you are an action taker, like all good traders are. And by that, I mean, like you attend workshops or trainings or webinars to move forward, to improve your trading, and maybe even in other areas of your life besides trading too, right? Am I pretty on the spot so far? I mean, I'm not psychic, but you know, you're here. That was my first clue. Well, look, I do the same. I take a lot of online classes that improve my life on my quest for self-improvement. And one of the things I heard someone say once is you should try to always be the dumbest, brokest person in the room. Have you ever heard somebody say that? Those of you who like do a lot of these self-improvement things because you want to be better, stronger, richer, whatever. It's a good way to live your life, I'd say. Then you're always surrounding yourself with smarter and more successful people. You grow, you thrive. Well, that's kind of why I created 0-Day Hero. The traders we follow have access, research, and money that typical traders just simply do not have. All the trades are pre-filtered to maximize the number of chances to trade. And everything is all right there in one place on one window. And also the trades are not delayed. These trades are literally right down to literally the millisecond. This trade on this day, this trade happened at 9:31 and 19.713 seconds. That is what you might call a millisecond. So the traders we follow, having all this access, research, money, teams of people behind them, helping them make the best decisions. They have research desks, teams of MBAs that give them all the information about anything. Like these are the smartest, most informed traders in the world that we're following. These trades are pre-filtered also by me to meet certain criteria to maximize the success of each trade. So first, let me start out with a partial crash course on how to read the trade triggers. Well, first of all, we have the trade size. This is 1,000 contracts in SPXW. That just means it's one of the weekly ones. It's really just SPX trades. It's always today's date. I just took this picture, you know, a while back, just statics to show you how it works. These are the 5350 calls that traded at 60 cents. We'll skip over some of this as a theoretical value. This traded on the ask side, which means that someone bought these. That's why it's in green. So we know that somebody bought 1,000 SPX 5350 calls at 60 cents. Right? We can see that this trade happened at 10:25, 45.079. And on this 5-minute chart, there's a 5-minute chart? Yes. On this 5-minute chart for that day, that's right here. As you can see, SPX continued higher throughout that day and closed at 53.5403, making $3.43 profit on the day, or 571.7%. That's one of the big advantages that I pointed out. You get massive leverage on these very short-term trades with very, very little risk. Risked a maximum of $60,000, though this trader was likely using a stop and realistically was risking a fraction of that, and ended up with $343,000 on this trade. So let's move forward together to outrights. So this is one of the trades that you're going to see pop up on 0-Day Hero. And it's just like the one that I showed you before. And, you know, these are just examples so that you can see what these trades are. So this was somebody just outright bought puts. Again, it's green, traded on the ask side. So somebody bought these puts. And we would trade when we see these pop up. Remember, they pop up at whatever time. This was 9:42 in the morning, 22, 23 minutes after the market opened. So we're looking at daily candles, or probably even shorter term candles, maybe hourly, half hourly, 15-minute, 5-minute candles. This person was obviously aggressively pursuing a pullback because they just went in and bought a bunch of puts. The delta, this is basically a delta trade. We close once the profit target triggers. Now we also see some credit spreads, which are kind of line in the sand trades. So somebody sold 324 of the 53.30, 53.45 call credit spreads at $1.70. And so basically the idea was, as long as on that day SPX didn't rise up above 53.30, the trade ended up a winner. And the data show that most of the credit spreads that are put on, the traders actually just let expire, which is interesting. Iron condors, same thing. We see these pop up. Well, I'd say almost every day we see an iron condor pop up here. If you're an iron condor trader, these are really strong because these you can hold until the end of the day, because even if they are in the money, you don't get assigned because they're all cash settled. So for people who have to live with the day trading rule, this is a perfect trade because you never, your risk management is set it and forget it. Another thing here is it's a great way to infer ranges. A lot of times we're going to see somebody sell a strangle. You can see this is an SPX strangle. It's red, traded on the bid. So that means this big trader was selling it. Now look, I don't sell strangles. You probably don't sell naked strangles. You probably do more like iron butterflies or iron condors or something. I don't sell naked strangles, but you know what? This person did, and this is a big trade. This person stands to make a pretty good amount of money if he or she is right. It was $100,000 or something, I guess it is, right? So here's the thing. They stand to make 100 grand, but if they're wrong, they stand to lose a lot more. Do you think that they're just guessing? Do you think that they're like, oh, I don't care about the risk? No, they care a lot. It's just that they've got these huge teams behind them that give them all the information that make them the smartest person in the room. Remember, I want to be the dumbest, brokest person in the room. I'm in the room virtually with the smartest people and the richest people, the most successful traders there are. They can sell naked strangles like these because they have greater insight. They have greater information. They know that this stock is very likely to stay in this range, or this ETF, or this index. Other really great insights that I've gleaned from Zero Day Hero is boxes for inferring interest rates. We'll see boxes trade. Risk reversals, where somebody might buy a call and sell a put. Two different strike prices or the same, which is just a super leveraged way to make a directional bet. Directional time spreads, we see those. Even though one of the options is not 0 day, we keep them in there because we glean a lot of great information from them. And look, just really plain learning how the smart money trades. All right, now what do you say? Would it be all right if I show you a couple recent trades that happened in 0 Day Hero recently? Would that be all right? Give me a big old yes if you want to take a look at a couple of trades from 0 Day Hero that happened recently. Give me a big old yes, will you? Coldip earlier said, what about SPY, QQQ? Can we trade ZeroDTE? Absolutely. SPY, QQQ, SPX, GLD. I mentioned a bunch of them earlier. Oh, thanks, William. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Anthony says yes. Edward says yes. Jan says yes. Ashley says yes. Great. All right. So let's take a look here. So on this day, a trader sold 1,600 of the SPX 56.45, 56.55 put credit spreads at $1. Later that afternoon, SPX closed at 57.1364. If this trader left the trade on and let it expire, like is very common for credit spreads on ZeroDTE trade, that's what the data shows from the SIBO, which this trader could have made the maximum profit of $163,000. Now, obviously, you or I are not going to trade 1,630 SPX spreads. Obviously, that's a pretty darn big trade. But if a trader was to follow along and trade the same trade, trading, say, just 5 contracts, he or she could have added, well, what does that come out to? They sold it at $1, 5 contracts, could have added $500 to his or her account. 10-lot traders could have added $1,000, and 20-lot traders could have added $2,000. Now, this ends up being a much easier than normal trade to manage. And that's important to talk about. Because sometimes people say, oh, I've heard ZeroDTE trades, they're not for beginners, but that's a total myth. ZeroDTE trades are actually easier to trade than other trades a lot of the time. Because with a trade like this, the best thing to do is just let it expire and not close it. Just set it and forget it. And like I said, with 0 Day Hero, we see a lot of trades that are just set and forget it, and we hold it through expiration. And yes, like for those of you who are long-term students, you did hear me right. This is one of the only trades that I hold through expiration. Now, another thing that makes 0DTE trades easier to trade is the nuances like implied volatility and other Greeks that come into play. They come into play much less with 0DTEs. So the analysis is a lot easier. Let's take a look at another one here. So here's another one. This trader bought 3,079 of the SPY 570 calls at 46 cents. That's a big trade. In fact, you can see here, whoops, you can see up here, where is it? Yeah, this trader was controlling $55.8 million of SPX with this trade. That's a lot. So if this trader held this trade all the way through the close, it would have worked out pretty well. SPY closed at 571.30. So they could have sold that call for an 84-cent profit or 182.6% profit. So I back that up a second here. So 84 cents a contract, which is $84 of money per contract times 3,079 contracts means that this trader would have made $258,636, which is not bad for a day's work, by the way. Now, again, I'm not trading 3,079 of these, neither are you, I imagine. If a small trader was following along, traded just 5 of these contracts, he or she could have invested just $230 and made up to $420 on this trade at 182.6%. A 10 lot could have brought in $840, and on a 20 lot, that's $1,680 added to his or her account. Now, here are several trades. This was interesting. So about 25 minutes after the open, we saw a trader, and I did a daily video on this. We saw a trader just massively and aggressively buy a whole ton of puts. 500, 500, that's up to 3,400, 4,400, 55, 65, 75, 8,000, 8,500. There's about 11,000 puts. No, there's more. 11,000, geez, almost 20,000 puts. Buying them above the ask, being very, very aggressive. Now, what happened is about 4 minutes later, consumer confidence came out. When they made this trade, the market was heading down aggressively, and they were probably had a pretty good winning trade on. But then consumer confidence came out, and you know what happened? The market reversed aggressively against them. So you know what they did? They did what any other great risk manager would do. They immediately closed their trades, and they took like a 3-cent loss on the one, a 1-cent loss on the other, lost a few $1,000, but like they stood to make millions. And to me, like the big takeaway of that is, wow, I am getting a front row seat, an inside look at how market makers and institutional traders, the best traders in the world, how they trade and how they manage their risk. This, if all you got out of this was to have a front row seat to how the best traders in the world trade, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? Couldn't that make you an immensely better trader? Well, on top of that, you also get the trade ideas, and I want you to start getting the results that you deserve. Like this one here. On September 20th at 1:14 and 23 seconds in the afternoon in the Qs, a big trader sold 2,000 of the 480, 482 put credit spreads at $1.02, taking in $204,000 in credit. Now, a regular trader like you or me could have followed this trader and traded just a 5 lot and could have increased your account by $510 on a 5 lot, 1,020 on a 10 lot. Right? That's this one right here. Now, this one on September 23rd, a big trader sold 2,917 of the 569 puts at $1.34 and brought in $390,878. Now, a regular mere mortal 5 lot trader like me or you could have made up to $670 on just a 5 lot. A 10 lot trader could have made $1,340. Now here is an interesting one. On August 17th, an SPX trader bought 548 of the 550 or the 5,500 calls at $37.76. And you know, that's a big investment on his part, right? It's $2,069,248. I'm just guessing here, but I bet that this guy knows what he's doing. A trader following along and just buying one call, little one lot, could have made $1,649 on that trade. And it comes out to 43.67%. So like, you know, if you're a bigger trader, bigger traders could have scaled and gotten great leverage with limited risk. But what's really interesting about this trade is look at the time, right? Remember, I said the scanner shows the time in Eastern time. SPX trades trade pre-market. And a lot of times you see these pre-market trades that let you know what the big dogs are thinking even before the market opens. Sheesh. I mean, if all this did was give you the direction of what the $1 million traders are looking for the market to do that day, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? All right. So 0 Day Hero works on all platforms. Open a simple browser window to deliver your trade triggers real time. There's no special software. Trade on your platform of choice. So here's your question. How do you get started with this, right? How do I get started and what do I need to get started? Well, first of all, you need a computer, you need a phone or a tablet. You need internet access. Like, this is very simple. You already have this. You're watching me right now. And you need the ability to place trades if you want to place trades. Like, you need a brokerage firm. I know some people will just paper trade this at first because you're learning. And gosh, I couldn't even give you a better learning tool than this, I don't think. But I don't think I can give you better trade ideas than this either. I mean, this is to me, this is everything. You also need at least level 1 approval, which is the lowest level if you want to place outright trades like buying calls or buying puts, which are most of the trades that you're going to see with 0-Day Hero. And optionally, a higher level if you like doing credit spreads, like you will see credit spreads, iron condors, stuff like that trade. So if you have a higher level and you can trade more than just buying calls and buying puts, great. And it doesn't hurt to have a basic level knowledge of option trading. You don't have to know everything there is, all the Greeks, but you have to have a basic level. So let me share with you what you're going to get when you get started with the 0-Day Hero trade triggers that you've been looking at. So these trade triggers, I spent months and months and months in contract negotiations with the CBOE, talking to programmers at the CBOE, going back and forth to say, no, we don't want to see these kind of trades because these kind of trades are just cleanup trades, closing trades. You know, we want to see the ones that really, that we want to follow. We want to see some of those other trades because they give us information. Like I spent months and months and months for the amount of time that I spent on that. And for what you would see other programs that don't even come close to this be worth, it's $1,000 program. Then you're also going to get the 0-Day Hero accelerator videos. We have 6 of them right now. No, we have more than 6 of them right now. We have a bunch of them right now. And this is a full suite class. This would compare to a $1,600 full class, as each of the videos lays out exactly what to do. This reveals step by step exactly how and why 0-Day Hero works. It'll show you which trades to follow, which to ignore. It's everything you need to know to get started now. All right, but listen to this. This is what you'll also get, and this is awesome. We recorded a half-day boot camp on everything 0DTE. It's the most popular trade out there. Most of the volume, most of the people, most of the big money are trading these. I recorded a half-day boot camp on this. That is a $4,000 value. Then we're going to give you a strategy call. We're going to have our team, our trader success team, get on the phone with you, give you a call to see how your trading's going, what's going well, areas you can use help on, and help you overcome those hurdles. They'll also suggest what's next, maybe what other courses are available. That we bill out at $500 a session. This is a total value of $7,100. Buy now. You can see why the 0-Day Hero trading system is a huge value even at $7,100. If all of this did for you was identify the big smart traders, what they're thinking about market direction, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? If all this did was show you the range top traders are expecting for the day, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? But today, I mean, you use a ton of indicators and study that. This just shows you right there on your screen. But today, you're not going to invest $7,100. Today, because you showed here, could have done a million other things. Today, you're getting the best value you will ever see for this. Get started today for a small, easy investment of just $247, but you have to take massive action by going to markettaker.com/hero123go. That's market as in stock market, taker as in take what is rightfully yours, 2 T's in a row, markettaker.com/hero, and get everything that I just showed you right now for just $247 a month. Now, a lot of times I'd say this is limited to 20 people or something like that. My marketing team tells me I should limit this to 20 people, but I don't think that's necessary. You're smart. I'm not going to do that. I want as many people to have this as possible. It's a new program. We've got plenty of room, but you're probably asking, well, Dan, why would you give such a huge discount? Well, admittedly, it's for a selfish reason. Every year, we strive to create 1,000 success stories. We're just about there. This scanner and the class that goes along with it that lays out exactly how to trade the most popular trade in all of option trading, the trade that all the smart money traders do, it's 40% of the volume, 45% of the volume. You're going to get a class on that. We're going to feed the trades to you live, real time, trades that the best traders in the world are making. That can help you become one of our success stories, right? I can't go there and drive to your house and trade for you, but I can do the next best thing. I can show you exactly how it works and then have the best trades in the world showing up on your trading screen and give you a way to screen them so you can cherry pick the best of those. There's not anything more I can do for you to help create your success. You're part of it. You're a big part of it. The way that you can become part of it is take that one last step. Go to markettaker.com/hero, markettaker.com/hero, and join me right now. This is the best scanner that we have ever created. Now, as a recap, you will get the 0-day hero trade triggers popping up on your screen every single day from the best traders in the world, people trading you're literally going to see multi-million-dollar trades. That is how we know these are the best traders in the world. And you're going to get access to the accelerator video course that shows you exactly how these trades work for each trade. There's going to be one for outrights. There's going to be one for debit spreads and credit spreads. There's going to be one for time spreads. There's going to be one for straddles and strangles. You're going to learn so much with this class, but more importantly, you're going to get those trades hitting your computer screen every single day, and that is massively, massively powerful. You're also going to get up and running fast with those accelerator videos. I mean, they're just, 5-7 minutes each, but you're here. You're still here. You stayed this whole time. In fact, just about everybody stayed this whole time. And you know why you're here? Because you care about your trading, because you want to be a great trader. And so you know what? I'm not just going to give you a few short videos just to get you up and running. I'm going to give you a full half-day boot camp that we recorded. It's already recorded. It's waiting for you today. You can watch it today so that you can drill down and understand every single aspect of the 0-day hero trades. You're going to understand it so deeply. You're going to have these mastered. And then you're going to get on the phone with our expert team, experts on helping your trading move forward, our trader success team. They're going to call you, have a conversation with you that normally we would have you sign up for that and it'd be $500. But they're going to find out what's happening in your trading, what's working, what's going right, what's going wrong, how you can overcome that, and maybe even suggest other courses that you can take to really master your trading. Now, if you have a question, I want you to drop it in the questions box, or you can call 773-302-1645. Call 773-302-1645 and talk to Howard. Howard's standing by right now. 773-302-1645. Or hit the questions box, and either one of us will answer your questions right now. And you want to make it easy to sign up? Sure, you could go to markettaker.com/hero. You can call 773-302-1645, or you could take one of these, go to the camera app, aim it towards the QR code in the bottom left-hand side of your screen, and just get signed up right on your mobile device. Now, The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to be taken to this subscriber agreement. Okay. I wasn't kidding when I said these trades come directly from the CBOE. And I wasn't kidding when I said they're professional trades. I talked with the people who work at the CBOE. I'm a former professional trader. Like I was one of those big traders whose trades you would see. They make you sign, they actually make you sign this subscriber agreement that there's a lot of words. All it says is I'm not a professional trader. You know why? Because if you were a professional trader, you would have to pay literally thousands of dollars a month to get this data. But I made a deal with the CBOE on your behalf so that you don't have to pay $8,000 a month to get this data. I pay that for you. Only through me can you get this deal. Or you can become a professional trader and you can pay $8,000 a month. But this saves you massive amounts of money and enables people to see these trades that otherwise wouldn't be able to. Now, those of you who are already part of one of our services, you already have access to this. But those of you who are new to the Market Taker family, I'm going to give you some extra bonuses. You're going to get access to these valuable resources. First of all, you're going to get access to our fast tracks, which is $1,000 worth of support learning. You're going to go in here, you're going to get access to our chat room, which we bill out at $97 a month. You're going to get access to that every month that you're signed up for this. We're going to put you on our newsletter, and we're going to put you on it for free. That comes out every Sunday. We're going to give you discounts to different brokers or software packages that we have relationships with. You're going to leverage our relationships to save money. You're going to attend our Monday morning meeting, free to subscribers. You get to attend our next complimentary webinar. Those of you who are very new to options trading, you're going to attend the options risk analysis training course. There's video materials. You can join our YouTube channel. You're going to get all of that. You are also going to get, our chat room. I mentioned that. This is the greatest online chat room for traders ever created. I'm a little bit biased because I created it, but you're going to see ZeroDTE trades and other types of trades like short squeezes, momentum trades, earnings trades, credit spreads, investing ideas, all ideas to and from our community. You're also going to attend office hours with me, Dan, which are once a month, every Wednesday of the month, because you know what? You're going to have questions about some of the trades you see, some of the trades you put on, how to manage them. Questions about the Greeks. That's what I wrote my first book on. I'll answer those questions for you. This is your opportunity to have a Q&A session with me once a month. So when we put all this together, first you're going to get the 0-day hero trade triggers. Then you're going to get up and running fast with the accelerator video course. Then you're going to have this completely mastered with the boot camp video, which is about 4 hours long. Then we're going to have our trader success team give you a call. Then we're also going to give you our fast tracks, access to our chat room, and office hours once a month with me. Now, I'm going to answer some questions. I see I've got some questions in here. I see I've got lots of questions. So stay tuned here. I'm going to answer all your questions. In the meantime, wait, hold on a second. In the meantime, I want to welcome some of the new folks who just joined us. Welcome and congratulations to Edward from Fremont, California. Welcome and congratulations. Welcome and congratulations to Chan from Tacoma, Washington. Welcome and congratulations. Welcome and congratulations to Anthony from Bronx, New York. Congratulations. Welcome and congratulations to Brian, who I joined us with PayPal. Welcome and congratulations also to Richard, who joined us with PayPal. Which reminds me to talk about one thing here. Sometimes one of the frequently asked questions I get is, hey, Dan, listen, I have a small account and this is exactly what I'm looking for. I can see that this is a great way to grow a small account into a bigger one. But you know, I might not be able to come up with the 247 bucks. Is there a way to finance this? And that answer is yes. You can use PayPal and PayPal credit. We have a deal with PayPal to offer you both PayPal as a payment option and PayPal credit, so you can lock in 0-Day Hero today when you check out using PayPal and just simply choose PayPal credit. You can literally have this system mastered before the first payment is even due. Now, one more thing. I want to make this super easy for you here. So when you join today and choose to move forward with 0-Day Hero trade triggers, you're going to invest at 247 bucks a month. Now, first of all, a couple of things. What happens there? Let me back up a second here. You might ask, hey, Dan, okay, obviously this is an incredible deal. It would be worth it at 1,000 bucks a month. I mean, I think you see that. You get these trades every single day. As a matter of fact, like we had a ton of trades today. These are just trades from today. And you get to cherry pick just the best of them. Okay, so you might say, well, Dan, yeah, this is a great way to grow my account, but I have a hard time coming off the 247 bucks. Choose PayPal credit. But the other thing you're going to ask is what happens after the first month? Because again, like you, I attend trainings like this online and in person. When I invest in myself with things like this, I say, okay, they're giving me this great discount on the first month. I can see that. I get to try it out. But what happens after the first month? Well, then it probably goes to full price, right? They give me the opportunity to try it. And hey, if I'm making $2,000, $5,000 a month, I'll pay 1,000 bucks a month, right? I'm a trader. I understand that. If I can pay 1,000 bucks to get 3,000 bucks, I'm going to do that every single chance I get. But I don't really believe in that for things like this. Not for you and not for me. So when you join 0-Day Hero today for $247 for this first month, you get to renew every month after that you choose to at $247 a month as well. You get to keep this price for life. Now, when I say for life, there's no long-term contracts. You're not locked into anything. You can cancel anytime. But if you are making $1,000 a month, thousands of dollars a month trading these 0-Day Hero trade triggers, you're going to want to keep it. And this is going to save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month when you join today. Like I said, this is the lowest price you will ever see this trade for. Now, the other thing I want to point out is that I've shown you some results. You can see how massively valuable this is, but maybe you're not sure. Well, I'm going to take all the risk away from you from that. When you join today and try out this scanner, if for some reason within the first 10 days it doesn't work for you, we're going to swap you into one of our other scanners. We have one that scans for credit spreads, one time spreads, one for short squeezes, one for wing spreads. We're going to get you in the program that is exactly most beneficial to you, risk-free. And there's one more really, really special thing. I know that people can give me the tools, they can teach me how to do it, but if I can get hands-on training, that's how I really learn. So this is a special bonus. Every Friday, you are going to join John Kamisic. He is our head coach, formerly with Goldman Sachs, First Options of Chicago, Lind Waldock, and others, traded for a hedge fund. He is one of the best traders that I have ever met, and I am proud to call him our head coach. John leads a group coaching class you're going to join it every Friday from 10 to 11 Eastern time. That's 9 to 10 Central time, 7 to 8 Pacific time. A half hour after the market opens, John is going to walk you through the 0-day hero trades of the day, credit spreads, iron condors, all the best trades of the day. John spends hours and hours finding them and shows them to you, explains why they're good, why he likes them, how he would put it on, how he would manage it. You're going to join John Kamisic every single Friday. All right. Now I'm going to answer some questions. We had a few more people join us here. Welcome and congratulations to Omar. Welcome and congratulations to Susan. Welcome and congratulations to Neil. Welcome and congratulations to Jonathan. Welcome and congratulations to Brecht. Oh, from Germany. Welcome and congratulations, Brecht. Welcome and congratulations to Ted. Nice work. Good job. I love it when people invest in themselves. Okay. So Jim asked earlier, how do you manage your risk if the trade goes against you? That's all laid out in the accelerator videos in the boot camp. Yep. Because it's different for each type of trade. You'll see some credit spreads, some outright, some debit spreads, some straddles. So yeah, that's actually one of the most comprehensive education courses that comes with 0-Day Hero. Joe says, hey, what's up, Joe? Long time. I don't think I've seen you in one of our trainings in a while. Good to hear from you, Joe D. What size account is necessary to trade unlimited day trades? I believe with less than a $25,000 account, you're limited to 3 day trades a week. No, I mean, with less than 25,000, I'm glad you asked this, Joe. This is actually the best thing about 0-Day Hero. With less than a $25,000 account, you can't day trade. I trade most of my 0-Day Hero trades in an account that I have less than $25. I do not day trade these because a lot of the trades are SPX trades or NDX trades that are cash settled European exercise. I don't have to close them. I put on one of the credit spreads or iron condors that they trade, and I set it and forget it. Even if I just buy a call, I never even have to close that trade because it's cash settled. So this is one of the few ways that you can trade to not have to worry and be hampered by the day trading rule. Koldib says, do we get daily trade signals for 0DTE? Yes, you do. That is exactly what the scanner does. Alejandro, I've been in and out because of work. Is there something we need to download or install? Is this Hino? If it is, you've already got all this. If it's a different Alex, let me know. William says, for metrics performance, gathering and tracking, given these are one-day trades, MTM plan, following how these various ETFs develop. Yeah, so William, there are several different types of trades, and some of the trades are just purely designed to give you market information of what the big dogs are thinking so that you can make better decisions on all your trades. Like, for example, the short strangle that we looked at. I'm not following that trade, but I want to know what it is, because if I'm thinking about a credit spread in Apple, I'm going to look at that range and say, oh, well, the smart traders are thinking that there's going to be a really tight range in the S&P 500 today. Okay, that makes me like that Apple credit spread more. I can feel more confident about it. If instead they're buying straddles, which I'm probably not going to follow either, then I say, oh, so the smart money thinks that there's going to be a big move today. I'm not going to trade that credit spread in Apple. So yeah, but what you are going to do, William, is you're going to track these. I encourage you to track them in a spreadsheet so that you have all that information there and track them and get better at them over time. I mean, I give you exactly how to do it in the accelerator video course and the boot camp. So yeah, join now, William. It's 247 bucks. We priced it at that because if somebody can't afford 247 bucks, they are not ready for this. They're not actually a trader yet. They're still just starting out. They're in the like incubator phase, you know, or if you're really scared by $247, you have to ask your mom. Like, you're definitely not ready for this either, and that's okay. At some point, everybody was not ready for this, but we want real traders because we want you to trade this and be massively successful. That's, you know, the other selfish, well, reason for that. Well, actually, it's the same selfish reason for discounting this. Because if you are massively successful, you know what you're going to do? You're going to go and tell your friends, and you're going to say, yeah, this thing works. And that helps me build an army of successful traders, right? So I price this for traders. For a real trader, this is a no-brainer. For somebody who's brand new and you're not ready, totally cool too. No skin off my teeth, but those of you who are ready for this, I want you to have it. And so I made it really, really easy for you to have it. Okay, man, you guys are asking great questions. This is wonderful. I see Alejandro joined us. I guess it was not the Alejandro I was thinking of. Which stocks or assets have daily options? Well, the ones that you will see in 0-Day Hero are the indexes and ETFs that have options listed frequently so that you have 0DTE options all the time. These are going to be SPX, SPY, NDX, QQQ, IWM, TLT, GLD. I'm sure I'm forgetting one or two, but it's the big ones, the most liquid ones, the ones that you want to trade, you know, that you should want to trade because they're liquid. Can I trade these in any account size? Absolutely. We welcome you with open arms with small accounts because you know what? Having a small account frickin' sucks, doesn't it? Don't you want to have a bigger account so that you can scale? Don't you want to have an account over $25,000 so you don't have to live with that stupid day trade rule? Well, how do you grow your account? I know. You can stop seeing your friends and family and all your me time, and you can put in overtime at work. You can work 80 hours a week to save up money through selling your blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, that's how you could grow your account. That is the dumbest way ever to grow your account. How do you grow your account? You learn a great trading system and you get trade ideas from the top traders in the world. That is the faster and much less painful way to grow your account. It is the this is the easiest way I know to grow your account. So yes, can you trade these trades in any size account? Absolutely. If you have a big account, you once you get your sea legs with it, you know, you can trade these to a bigger trade size. If you're a small trader with a small account that wants to grow it into a bigger account, great. You can make some very leveraged trades with these at a low cost, at very, very low risk. How much time do I have to make the trade from the time a trade shows on the scanner to when it becomes too old? Yeah, that's a good question too. It depends. Most of the time you have some time. I mean, they expire at the end of the day, so it's not like you have a week. But, you know, it's not like it has to be to the very second either. I mean, for me, I'm often on the phone teaching an online training like this, often, you know, working with in a meeting trading something else, I don't always see these trades. I seldom see these trades the second they pop up. I end up seeing these trades sometimes 5 minutes later, 15 minutes later, a half hour later, and I'll analyze them, cherry pick the ones I like. Sometimes one will go sometimes one will go stale. Usually not. Usually they're fine. But you know, I mean, the answer is you have plenty of time. Are Fridays typically the best time to trade these? Not necessarily, no. We get lots of these every single day. One of the best things I like about this is during days where there's like a number that comes out before the open, you know, like the unemployment report that comes out at 8:20 Eastern time. Sometimes the market moves before the market opens, like the futures start moving. SPX trades before the market opens. If you're smart, you go and you watch these trades, and you can put on a trade, the same trade that the smartest traders in the world put on before the market even opens, before everybody else, you know, they're still on their first cup of coffee, rubbing the sleep out of their eyes, you know, scrolling through Instagram, where you already had all the market information that you need before the market even opens. You got your trade on because you have access to 0-day Hero. Do these trades have a harder time getting filled? No, they have an easier time getting filled because they're the most liquid things to trade. What strategies are used with 0-DTE trades? All of them. That's the best thing. Can I trade these every day? Yes. Do institutional traders and funds use 0-DTE trades? Yes, those are the trades that you're literally seeing are the 0-DTE or are the institutional and fund traders. How do I identify 0-DTE candidates? Well, the candidates literally pop up on your screen, but then you're going to take the information that you learned in the accelerator video course or in the boot camp, or by talking to people in the MTM community chat room that you now have access to, and cherry pick the best of them. How many trades show up on the scanner every day? Is there a larger number on Fridays? How do I sort through them? There are anywhere between probably 20 and 50 trades a day, I would say, just from eyeballing it. But no, they're not only on Fridays, they're every single day. And we teach you how to sort through them in the accelerator videos and in the boot camp. You guys are asking great questions. This is awesome. Bill says information in the course helps us decide which trade to cherry pick, or it comes from experience. Information inside the course. We literally share with you exactly how each of these trades work, what's in the mind of the traders when they make trades like this, so that you can extract information out of these trades, which ones you should pick, how to actually execute them, and what your trading plan should be for the trade. It's the accelerator and boot camp that comes with this is the most comprehensive educational training that I've ever created. And it's all only about 0-day to expiration trades. Yeah, this is the most exciting package that I've ever come up with. Yeah, Jam, sign up for this here, and we're going to email you and take care of that. Okay, that's all I can say at this time. All right, Jam. So, but step one is sign up with this, and that answer is yes. Great questions. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us? I want you to be a freaking hero to yourself. Not to me, but to yourself. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us? All right, Jam. Well, I will see you in there. I look, I got another screen here. I'm gonna look for your order to go through. What other questions can I answer? What are the fast tracks? So the fast tracks is for new option traders. And it's just one of the things. Oh, well, no, I take that back. Some of the things in the fast tracks is a set of courses and ebooks and newsletters and discounts on like certain packages from like even from other people, not market taker. I'm gonna save you money on things that maybe you already have. And the fast tracks are all that. It's that suite of stuff. Here, let me pull it up over here. Hold on a second. It's all this stuff that I showed you. There's free courses. There's lots of great stuff in there. And that's an extra bonus. It's all free to you. And don't forget, one of the best parts of this is the hands-on training, the Friday group coaching. John Kamisic, that's John, is one of the smartest traders I know. One of the things he's a real expert in is trader psychology. But he's an expert in ZeroDTE trades. He's an expert at debit spreads, time spreads. It's great. But you're going to be in class with him every Friday morning for an hour, and he's going to reveal the top option trades of the day, live, real time. He's going to be showing you his platform, why he likes the trades, alternative ways to trade it, the way that he thinks is the best way to trade it, the trading plan for that trade. Louis, hey man, Louis V, long time no chat. Good to hear from you. So Louis' question is $247 a month, is that auto billing? Yes, because with this, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because people get hooked on this. You know, like if you're trading these every day and you're grinding out consistent profits and you don't get the email reminder to remind you to pay it, and you try and log in and you can't get in to, like, you know, this thing that ends up being a cash cow for you, people send me nasty emails. They're mad at me. So we made it auto renewal. But what we do is about 3 days before you renew, we send you an email reminding you. Because, I mean, if it's not for you, then, you know, just cancel. No questions asked. But believe me, almost nobody cancels. I don't know if anybody's ever canceled this. I'm sure somebody must have, but I can't think of anybody offhand. So yeah, it's nice, simple, easy, just automatically renews, but we remind you after 27 days or whatever it is. Could you trade this in an IRA? Absolutely, you can trade this in an IRA. I would say about 90% of the trades are buying calls or buying puts. Just because they expire today doesn't mean an IRA won't accept it. I've traded stuff in IRAs that expire today all the time. If you can buy calls or buy puts in an IRA, yeah, there's 90% of the trades are candidates. If you can do credit spreads, there's about another 5% of them. Now you're up to 95%. Yes, the answer is, and I mean, I'm saying yes if you're with some like old-fashioned company like Edward Jones, who doesn't let you protect yourself with options in your IRA. Well, then the answer is no. But you know, I've got a Fidelity IRA and I can trade this in there. So yeah, Lou, good to hear from you, man. I hope you join us here with 0 Day Hero. Nice work. I'm glad you're joining us here. Okay, any further questions that I can answer to help you make the decision to join us? You showed up today. That's great. And like I said, look, this is not for everyone. If $247 is too much risk for you, just too scared to risk that, you know, you probably haven't started trading yet, or you're very new to it, and this idea of investing, you know, in yourself is just a scary concept, then you're not ready for it. And that's okay. You know, it's okay. Everybody was there at one point, but we've had pretty massive response here today, which means we do have a lot of real traders here, and that's great because I can't create success stories without you. You are the ones who become my success stories. I mean, look, you become your own success story, but you become one of my success stories that make us proud. We can't create 1,000 success stories without you being part of it, without you moving forward, and without you investing in yourself and letting us help you do that. It took me months of time and lots of money to create this. It was hard. But you know what? I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it for me, and I'm glad I did it for you. Because now trading's easy. Trading ZeroDTE trades, it's easy. You watch the videos, I mean, accelerator videos, you do that right after you're off the call here. You'd be done with it, you know, in like a half hour or something like that. You'd be ready to go, up and running fast. You know, and then later, of course, you're going to watch the boot camp, hopefully, and really drill down. You know, the people who become massive success stories, you know, they're all in and they want to learn as much as they can from it. And you've got that access. But then, you know, anytime the market's open, you got the trade trigger window open, you see the trade pop up, you look at it, say, okay, this one meets the criteria that I saw in the accelerator video. This one doesn't. This one goes to my market view overall. This one doesn't. This one looks like the best trade I can make here. I'm going to make that trade. Boom, done. If this is any easier, I would have to drive to your house and trade it myself for you. Okay, great questions. We had a couple more people join us, Thomas and Mac. I think I missed a couple too, but if you have any more questions, here's what I need you to do. Call Howard at 773-302-1645. That's 773-302-1645. And once you joined us, go into the chat room. You know, go into the fast tracks, go into the chat room, make sure you register, you know, for the chat room, and give us a big hello in there. Let us know that you're here, and we're going to welcome you with open arms. So when you have a question, just ask it in the chat room. In the chat room, we have a channel called ZeroDTE Trades. Post a trade that you make in there. And all that being said, all right, thank you for spending your time with me. Welcome to all our new zero-day heroes. And we'll catch you in the chat room. I'm going to leave this page up just for a little bit longer. Please go to marketticker.com/hero right now. Go there and get this filled out. And I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your day. Trade smart.